All right, so I'm heading toward the Public Defender's office. February 5th, 2019, State of the Union addresses tonight, and 2:29. So, in a Public Defender's office, how can we shed sunlight on a process that has failed as an institution? Although well-meaning individually, I'm assuming. So I'm here to pick up my file that's taken. Let's see now, I requested this file. At least regarding your closed files, the contents of your files have been closed and waiting for your pickup. I'm in front here. So, see here, this person doesn't understand the nature of my request. That it has essentially giving them, how should we say, plausible deniability. So let me, I'm searching for I asked her specific. The only thing I asked her is regarding the last two questions. Thank you. I'll be by this week. As for the first question, someone prepare a list of records. So what I want to try to do is find out if there's a list of records that I could track. This is, essentially, this is what we did. Emails were searched. We couldn't get these from so-and-so. Ex-parte communications. Hospital receipts, records. I want to find out whether my grievances are included in this, whether they had the police report that Oakland had versus Emeryville Police Department, because Emeryville wouldn't take a police incident report when my iPad was stolen on February 3rd when I was arrested for, what was I arrested for? I was arrested for resisting arrest, I think. I'm walking from my car into Target, after trying to get a quote, some weird thing at GameStop where they were, for some reason, had a security guard parked on the sidewalk in a black car, Admiral Security, which raised some issues with Admiral Security being part of a nefarious swamp network. So in any case, so blah, blah, blah here. I'm trying to figure out how long it's been since. Okay, so here's from January 23rd, date submission. I included all this stuff. So January 14th, 2018. Okay. Ironically, over a year ago. Dear Ms. Raw, I'm clear what information has been unavailable to you because of your response to my query have taken months in the past. This is a year ago. I just asked for my client file. Can we detail the progress to the motion to live stream the hearing? This is for my my hearing for dismissal on the hearing for the expungement. My response to that, I'm advised contingent upon the parallel face of the hearing with the contrived charges of conviction as well as the fact I was unlawfully detained and unlawfully convicted, yet still unable to gain an expungement. Oh, I know, because I was notified on the week before April 15th, literally a couple days before, that I have a outstanding conviction, assault, that I didn't remember. I thought was dropped in Vacaville, in Vallejo, when they swatted me. And so there seemed to be a little bit of collusion. The timing was bizarre. Please detail the extent of my law. Okay, so here's the issue here, is that I had Michael Wilson, Sadie Walthen, Brendan Woods, Rich Ortega, Sam, a whole slew of people, each one of them who didn't have responsibility for my case. And that's really what I'm trying to detail here, is that Brandon Woods is incompetent, the public defender, has an organization where he's listed as the attorney of record, but he knows nothing about each case. So all he does is delegate specialists that each one of them has no idea the case. My preliminary hearings can be continued past 15 days, which is the legal allowed, and nobody would know the difference. Whole bunch of legal issues. I don't review and fuss over or stress over my specific case. What I'm trying to do is illustrate that this pattern of having failed public defender institutions harms our society much more than we possibly can understand. In Marin County, similar type of structure. You have one public defender or a public defender who has there's no attorney that's responsible for individual cases. If we need to quadruple, 10x our public defenders, then let's do that. There's got to be plenty of attorneys willing to work for some money, but there's got to be motions of, I could get into it. I don't want to get into the, so in any case, here I am, I'm in the echo chamber of the office foyer just outside of the public defender's office here at 545 4th Street. So my volume might have been a little bit elevated. So I'm going to pick up my file. Hi there. Is Miss Bauer available? Miss Bauer?
Miss Bauer? Do you have an appointment with her?
She told me to stop by in between the interval. This is the time. She's expecting me. Mr. Ty Decker, Guy Tyho Decker?
Decker?
Yeah.
Miss Bauer, right?
Yes,
okay.
please.
You can go ahead and have it.
Thank you. So it's a 3-inch file, weighs 4 pounds. Contents of paper. And I'm recording this to note the condition of the files and also the what's included. Suppression motions, what I was thinking. Sorry, it's been a little while. Is there an e-list of what's included and excluded, redactions? Should I bring a thumb drive? No, she's just somewhat dismissive. My subject matter was somewhat involved. Request for process and milestones in case files. No information. Oh, here we go. So I asked for Mrs. Bauer specifically.
So she said that this is your package, and all she needs is a signature.
Okay, understood. My question was, what was my question to you?
That you were here to see Ms. Bauer.
I would like to talk to Miss Bauer.
Okay, so let me give you her extension.
Okay. Well, is she available?
She was right now when I called her. So go ahead and from that phone right there.
Okay. Basically, I'd like to have some type of chain of custody for my files, all right? I asked specifically, I'll sign it and I'll receive my files now, thank you. My concern is what if there's malfeasance in the public defender's office? Who holds you accountable? All malfeasance, a collection of good faith people doing their job, but overall the institution has failed the county of Alameda horrifically. Who holds you accountable? How can the press gain access to the public defender's office and individuals to interview them and hold them accountable? For example, Brandon Woods is noted as the public defender for every case. He doesn't know every case, right? So all he has to do is delegate to people who don't really have any vested interest in the client's best interest. All they have to do is just do the motion, and the motion can be substandard because people, they're just trying to get action items off their list. That's a bit overburdened. Understood that, do we have to increase the resources of public defender by 10x? 2x, 100x? I don't know, because nobody's asking these questions. And so if I put myself through the system and I was flushed through criminally as well as my mental health and drugged until my case, I was forced to plead. So how can we make that transparent? If I were put myself at risk because I figured if the public defender's office is doing this, I hope that they're just doing it to me. My fear is they're doing it to everybody, and that's my concern.
Right.
And so,
so I think the best person that would answer that would be our supervising attorney.
okay, well, my question to Ms. Bauer would be a chain of custody question, okay? So, meaning that who's responsible for when I open this packet and do an inventory, that's why I asked her for a list, and she dismissively said your case is closed, you know, so it's like, they're not listening to the client's questions, they're just doing what it takes to get the paperwork off their desk, which I understand, but it's not in the best interest of their client. And it seems like if people continually to do this over and over and over again to everybody that they represent, maybe that's why we're so dissatisfied in Alameda County. And the city, Oakland's not responsible because it's a county issue. Nobody holds the public defender accountable. How can I hold the public defender accountable? I requested outside counsel to get my files probably over a year ago. And so it's taken this long. In any case, I know each individual person because I know everybody tries to do their best. I believe that, our good faith. But the collection of good faith, plausible deniability doesn't serve the client well, and it doesn't serve justice well. It doesn't have us respect the institution. And so instead, we blame the President of the United States as opposed to the public defender, who should be on television every day asking for 100 times the resources he has. That's my guess. But if he doesn't know what he's doing, how can he ask those questions? So that's why I want to talk to Ms. Bauer about a chain of custody.
Yeah, if you go ahead and
Okay.
membership should be there.
Thank you very much. Was that coherent?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a copy of what I signed?
Right here.
Well, just a copy of what I just signed.
This one's it. Exactly.
Well, here, let me just take a picture then.
Let me give it through the door.
All right, can you just bring that piece of paper? I'm trying to chain, this is what they call a chain of custody, ma'am. Can you grab that other paper, just so I can put it next to it?
Yeah, and go ahead and sign that, and I'll make a copy of both of them.
Oh, gotcha, thank you so much, appreciate it. Gotcha, this is the assumptions that causes frustration, sometimes I apologize. Oh, because to note the difference in my signature. Do you understand how confusion can happen? So here's a packet right here. And I don't know how to establish a chain of custody, but essentially we have a non-secure open envelope that doesn't have a contents on the outside, where it should be, and what I requested was a list of files that they're going to be delivering to hold them accountable to what's in here. For example, if there's missing grievances reports, if there's missing issues in medical reports. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
And have a wonderful day.
You too.
Yeah. All right, so just note the different signatures here, because one I was standing in a doorway, and just that alone, just the scribble of a signature causes questions with regards to veracity. She can waive those, you know that.
Absolutely, you can wait.
Hi there, Miss Bauer, please, or I don't know if she's Ms. Bauer. Okay, well that's who I was given this is as her extension, and okay, so she's a legal secretary and she prepared a list of files, and I asked, okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Appreciate you. Hi there. Sure. Hi, Jennifer. This is Ty, or Tyho. You wrote me as Mr. Decker. But since you responded informally, of course in kind, it's no problem for me. So I got a letter here from attorney Mr. Wilson, Michael Wilson, listing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different files. It doesn't show the page numbers, the contents. Essentially, what's the chain of custody for this package? If it were incomplete, who's held accountable? If there were criminal issues with regards to preparing this package, who's specifically held responsible? And I'm sure you don't want to be on the hook for that, hence the request for that e-list that was not provided somewhat dismissively. Well, it appears so. I'm sure I might be misinterpreting your email. But I'm concerned about the chain of custody for this specific file, and if there were omissions, glaring omissions, or mistakes, who do I hold accountable? What's the process? What's the due process that should exist for requesting my file? Thanks so much. Bye. My number's, well, my email, you have my email, tydecker@gmail.com, but it's 510-938-8594. Take care, Jennifer. Thank you. What's involved in here? So I have 1, 2, so I should probably count these pages. File, complaint of some sort here, and like correspondence. Okay. So, a series of files here, and you see the plausible deniability. Obviously, there's she was available by phone, but she chose not to answer her phone. So, what? Because she just wants the problem off her desk, or she's trying to look out for the best interest of her client. What attorney is responsible for her actions? Brandon Woods, Michael Wilson, Sue Raw, etc., etc. So in isolation, each one of these things could be, I'm being obsessive, I'm being this, I'm being that, but without any particular people to be held accountable for malfeasance in this office, everybody can use plausible deniability to deny defendants in Oakland proper representation. So good luck to you guys. Have a good day, sir. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Take care. Good fortune to you. All right, so Clay in fourth, 5:45. It is 2:50 right now. Later.